and Grinder. Um, anyway, I smell amazing.
What?
I am wearing the Robin Robin Fenty, like y'all don't know her name is Rihanna. I'm
Mm-hmm.
wearing Rihanna's Fenty.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
bought it for myself for Christmas. And I just looked through my things and I was like, I have not worn this in a while. And so I forgot. You know how your nose can forget things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I sprayed it on and I was like, ooh, she she smells expensive. She smells, like blah blah blah. Yeah, like she smells like amazing.
Oh
So
my
very
gosh.
happy.
Tim, who are you wearing today?
I am wearing another gift that was given to me by a special
Mm.
love, my good friend, my good Judy,
Oh.
Kevin. Um,
Kevin!
I do not remember the designer's name because it is a exclusive designer, a
Mm.
designer of color.
The 1% people, the 1%. Look at this.
His name
Oh,
his name is
wow.
Terrence Williams, by the way.
Terrence Williams.
Terrence
Terrence
Williams.
Williams.
Say
Yes.
their names.
Terrence Williams, thank you so much. This is a beautiful piece of art that you have gifted me, and I adore it so much. And I do wear it. I just haven't worn it on camera, but Terrence Williams collection. Um, get it if you can.
Oh,
Perfect.
and to our audience out there, you can watch this video if you want to see what Tim's wearing. You can watch the video on Spotify. You can watch the video on YouTube. And if you don't know already, we have our third with us today. Everybody say hello to Mr. Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey. What's up?
Kevin!
Oh, you look so good in that blue Cover Chub shirt.
Oh
I
my gosh.
I love it.
Yay!
It's giving advertisements. Yes.
Right, that's right. Gotta support the dolls.
As
Yay!
I heard earlier, advertisements from I heard it and I was like, what? I was like, we're twisting words, but okay. So
Well,
I will
everybody,
be
if you need that Cub and Chub t-shirt, you can also get that at our link, linktree.com/Cub and Chub. You can go get our t-shirts. You can also get mouse pads and coffee mugs and stickers and
and if you need a pillow, if you're a pillow princess and you need one of those, we also have pillows.
Love that.
Kevin, tell us how you've been since we last talked to you.
Well, just been, drinking my water, minding my business. I've had a couple little breaks to refresh, which has been great from the kiddos. So we had our spring break, and then they actually gave us a couple extra days off since the weather here has not been very snowy this year. So they gave us a couple of extra days around the
Ooh,
Easter holiday. So that was good. So I got to check
nice.
They
out
better
my
give.
family. And yeah, I'm enjoying I was enjoying the time off, and now it's just the countdown to the end. So
That's right.
looking forward
Five,
to
4, 3,
Two.
2.
So we got two countdowns going on. We got a countdown to the summer break start, right? And then we also
Yes.
got our countdown to Road to Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
So
Eat it.
every day I wake up and I remember I'm going to Beyonce. Like I wake up out of bed and I go Beyonce. it's like it leaves my brain. I'm like it's happening.
Beyonce.
So, like little side note, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I had to just the other day. I was in one of my classes, and there was a really important call I had to wait for, and I don't normally do that during classes, but I had to take this. So anyway, I have my phone like right by me, and I'm kind of checking it and everything. And one of my kids was like, called me out 100%. He was like, Mr. Regis, what are you doing? Why do you keep looking at your phone? Are you looking at your Beyonce tickets again?
I was like, no, I'm being grown. You'll know what it's like when you get there.
That's right.
I'm minding.
Not that. Not that.
I was like, I'm minding, and you need to get into them books. Get out of my business and into them
Not
books.
that.
You know, those kids look up periodically, and Kevin's just like,
I'm like, why are you looking at me? You need to be looking at them notes.
That's right. That's right. That part. That part.
You need to be practicing because it's
what
a
if I
little
am
shadow.
looking at? What if I am looking at it? What if?
What if?
What if? And
I'm looking at the next spelling grade you're gonna have.
Well, as you guys might have already known, we wanted to bring Kevin on because we've got to talk about that season 15 finale this weekend. We're so excited. Full spoiler alert. If you haven't watched yet, we are going to be talking about everything. So if you're here and you haven't watched it yet, pause, go do your thing. Because we're going to be chatting about these girls and who walked away with it.
yes.
It's, oh gosh, no, I can't start yet. You can't, Tim. That's so, stop it. Okay, so why don't we get into it? So Tim, you want to kick us off?
Sure. Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Bear.
And I'm Kev.
And this is Cub.
And Chub.
And Kev.
We did it! All right, welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
Again, we got our brother Kevin with us today. And so we're going to talk about season 15, the finale, and everything we loved, and maybe things we didn't love. We'll get into that.
Finally.
Finally, it happened. And before we get kicked off because of copyright, so the first thing that happened in the finale is that we got all of the eliminated queens, right? They came back in order of elimination. So Irene got the most screen time she's ever gotten before in her life, which is amazing.
No. And when she threw them butterflies up, I was like,
the butterflies.
I was like, this is what Asia O'Hara was trying to do.
Yes.
But it still won't worth anything anyway. But like,
it was a lot of work to have 5 seconds of screen time, which is fine.
I mean, which is her whole thing, right?
Right.
I like low key though. I do feel like we really missed out on on something different. You know, coming down that runway each week with Irene. You know,
I will say the look she's been dropping on Twitter, like, I think she's got an idea of what she wants and the looks that she goes for. Yeah. And she actually doesn't mind being messy. So I also think we missed out on that kind of mistress Lux dynamic because she doesn't mind being, you know.
I think we missed out on a dynamic that would have maybe excluded Lucy a little bit.
You think Irene would have been a more interesting Lucy path?
No, I just think that it would have been a whole nother dynamic that Lucy wouldn't have needed to be like that type of archetype.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Like I don't think she wouldn't have gotten as much talk time being like, I wish I had won and I didn't win. Like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I definitely think, I mean, Irene is good TV.
Yeah.
So I hope they bring her back, maybe like a Vanjie or, you know, an All-Stars.
I don't need her on another main drag race. I think she would do I would like a first offs All-Stars. That would be kind of cool. And I think she would do well with that.
So of the queens that they brought back, who were you excited to see again? Anybody jump out to you?
I thought Robin Fierce looked very good, as she always does, but I thought she looked great.
I thought she looked great. Her reunion outfit was kind of blah to me. I wasn't really feeling, I mean, I know it was a throwback
to me.
it was a throwback, but I didn't think it served her well. But her finale look was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was really nice. It was
Yeah,
really I
she
like it. I love the hair. The hair was nice.
the hair was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was happy. I think the twins glammed it up a little bit more with their makeup and their looks that looked a little bit more like they had an extra like 15 minutes to like put some touches on it that
I
they
think
did.
Spice really knows makeup.
Yeah, I
Like,
I like the pale face. I
yeah,
liked what
Mhm.
she was giving in that. But I will also say, and I obviously they get compared, being being a package and
yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
And I'm not gonna lie, my eye usually lands on Spice first, but I'm gonna be honest, like I thought Sugar looked incredible.
yeah,
I love the detail in the dress and whatever the structure was like on top of the dress. I
yeah.
didn't really care for the arm things
yeah,
too much, but that was the first time for me that like my eye went to Sugar before it went to Spice. But both
Yeah.
sickening. Yeah,
yeah.
we're great.
They give
I
me.
I
Oh no,
definitely find. Oh, sorry.
no, no, go
I
for it.
definitely find that like Spice goes for those like real deep colors,
Yeah,
and so that usually grabs my eye a lot faster than the pastels and stuff that Sugar usually.
yeah.
So like, unfortunately, most of the time I'm searching for Spice. Um, but she did. Sugar looked gorgeous. Yeah,
They give me like the producer artist combo, right? Because
yeah,
I think Spice comes across as like more vocal and more of the performer of the
hmm,
two. But
Mhm.
from how they talk about what Sugar does in terms of like the designs and coming up with like the ideas and the actual stitching and the production aspect of it, I
yeah,
feel like they're not only a package in the way they do things visually and that they perform together, but I feel like there's a setup with Sugar and her execution that Spice delivers it in a way that that Sugar isn't either there yet or just isn't part of her personality. So
yeah.
it's another dynamic of them as a combo, which I think is kind of fascinating. Um, so yeah, I'm always happy to see Jax. I was a little underwhelmed.
I feel like that's my sentiments for her all the time.
Yeah,
Like, other than her performance aspect, amazing.
yeah,
But the looks are always just like,
I think when she has a little more time, so to speak, in the oven and has the opportunities that she, rightfully deserves from her performances, like uh, she's given some incredible performances, and I feel like because there have been so many other strong performers, like it's kind of knocked her off to the side a little bit, but I hope that like she can look back at this and really kind of, I don't know, find that style aesthetic that really works for her.
it looks
But
like she's going for like a 90s girl aesthetic. And that is beautiful. I just think that maybe she needs like somebody to like help her out with the drag of it
yeah,
aspect, like the look, like everything else is great. The
yeah.
package that is Jax is amazing. It's just her look needs a little more elevation. And like you said, it could just come with time.
well, and we kind of saw that same kind of elevation with like Monet Exchange,
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah.
really has that really kind of the same aesthetic there, but Monet has like stepped it up, and
Yeah.
every time that you've seen her, and you can
And
still
that body, oh my God.
her
uh,
Instagram this past week when she was
Oh
on vacation.
my
correct,
God.
correct.
It's
That heart
correct.
was not even big enough.
No, nope, nope,
So
nope.
Oh,
See,
correct.
everything turns into the Monet show. So,
Oh,
anyway,
I will say on Jax, one thing watching like the lip syncs every week, um, some of these queens are really beautiful and have really great looks,
mm,
but I'm not running to go to the next drag show to see them because as a performance, like
no.
and the lip syncing and moving, like I'm not necessarily excited about seeing them,
I'm
but
not
they
gonna
look
go see
great.
Sugar and Spice.
right, Sugar and
perform.
Spice. They're great on TikTok and Instagram as they develop those skills, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not jumping to go see them live, right? Jax is really interesting because it's the complete opposite. I would
Sure.
love to go see Jax perform, even
And
though
I don't
know
care what she's wearing.
And yeah, her looks will come with time, maybe, and more money and exposure, which is fine. But I would definitely like go check her out live. She just from the get go had that. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
at least she's got that down. Everything else, time and money and looks hopefully come with that piece. But yeah, I do love me some Jax. So, and then I was gonna fake it and do this big thing for Marsha, but it was Marsha. It's fine.
Girl.
She was giving, what was that? What's that Hulu show with the women in red dresses and the white thing?
Oh, the
Handmaid's Tale?
I don't know why. I mean, I know it wasn't
No,
that
I get
look,
it.
but
It was the hat thing.
it's the monotone
And the-
red, and I was like,
and-
oh, okay,
I
cool.
just didn't get like from that when she came out, she was like, "Look, I have makeup on."
Yeah.
She gave
I also
that.
have a hat.
Yeah,
And nobody
Yeah.
can see her face.
Like
yeah.
it's like, look at my
well.
new face, because I saw her on TikTok and she was like, "It's the new Marsha face." I was like, "You mean like you're giving a face?"
You're giving a face with your makeup brand.
Yeah.
Who is being rude to her? Somebody's being mean to her, like Marsha.
I don't want any of the girls to flop in general.
No,
But I just need that line to flop. Like, do something else.
So,
I
are
need
we,
that
are
to
we
flop.
talking about like the three little chapsticks for $35?
That's what I'm saying. If
Are we
she got
really going there? Okay.
Are we going to like? Are we going to give her Carmex? No.
No,
She got-
couldn't be nude.
Although she should do a line with Carmex. I will say that.
that would be wonderful. That's a smart
what she
combo.
can do. Don't go for no whole line. This ain't no Bomo Beauty.
If her line Bomo, if her line is a bag of Carmex and like sunscreen, I'm gonna die.
Hey, listen. At least she's laughing with it and going with it and using
She
it.
does see men
to
on the
make
joke,
some-
which
to
is
make
Well, she's a child. Of course she's
You
gonna
know.
laugh with it. It's either
So that's good for her. I hope that it truly is like laughter with it and like not
yeah.
she's not feeling some kind of way about
she
it.
she knows the deal. I feel like she's in on the joke.
I mean,
those-
she's had interviews where she's like, "I'm very green." Like,
yeah, she
Yeah.
knows what she is. Yeah,
I'm very aware that I probably shouldn't have been on.
Yeah. Well, listen.
She gave what she had gave, and she gave the
great
best
performance.
lip sync.
she was in the best lip sync of the season, and that's
Yeah.
saying something on a season with Anitra and Sasha. So
Anitra was
That-
there with her, but like
right.
she was the plank in which Anitra, provided the wood.
Knock, knock, knock on wood. Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Okay, so there's our eliminated queen. So let's talk about the top four. So, of the was that the top four you guys had been imagining for some time?
Absolutely, for me.
Yeah.
That was the call the entire time.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is like a lot of this was very much what it was. Like I was like, yep. Look.
So
I will say, before the talent portion and just like folks coming in and everything in the beginning, like
okay.
I don't know if I saw it really for Anitra,
No,
but
I didn't.
but yeah, I mean, like everybody else for me.
I
yes,
actually forgot
absolutely.
about her.
So
in the middle of the season, like she stole the talent show, and then there's a solid 5 to 6 episodes where she is just in the background. She's not flailing, but she's not. She doesn't stand out.
But like even I'm talking about like the promo. I didn't.
yes, but is it the promo?
I forgot about it.
But is it the promo?
It's giving fashion. It's fashion.
It's
Oh It's fashion. It's promo. It's promo. No, it's promo. I can't say that word. Promotion. It's what I'm gonna say. I didn't see it for her. I thought that both her and Aura Mayari were the same person at one point. The drag, I thought it was the same at one point, but I'm very glad that it was not. So when she started walking that fucking duck, I immediately knew her. Like,
I between the lip sync assassin episode and the Rusical, that's when I really locked in with her, and I was like, that's when I was like, this whole season it's going to be Sasha. But it was those episodes where I was like, oh, like MIB and Lux, have been pretty strong. But it was there, I was like, man, I really like Anitra.
I also
And if
felt,
there was an upset, I wouldn't be mind if that happened.
yeah, I also felt that like all the queens knew it was going to be Sasha because they were fighting for second place for a
Yeah.
lot of the time.
Well,
Like,
true,
I was just
true.
like, I was like, but don't you want to win? They were like, no, we're not going to win. We're just saying that we are fighting for the second.
So let me ask you that. So, as a more recent convert to like full fandom of drag, like of RuPaul's Drag Race, like again, I've dabbed in over the years, but I haven't watched the seasons consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So this last year, I've been full in, but I didn't watch seasons 11 through 14 when they were airing.
Yeah.
Um, is it? Would you say it's usually this easy to understand the frontrunners? And B, is there some element of this that can be a little, um, I don't know, not boring, but it's like when you know what you're going to get to and you're
Produced.
waiting. Yeah, it's so produced, and you kind of know who the frontrunners are for so long. Does that
Yeah.
take away the fun of it, or you just kind of like get lost in it anyway?
I know for me, it didn't seem like and I didn't watch each season consecutive. Like I'm not like a super fan.
Mm-hmm.
Um it didn't feel like I completely knew who was going to win the whole time for these. I think between the 2 second episodes that we had, that little segment of time where we didn't have but so long to view each queen as they were leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I guess they just went along with this person's doing well, and they only had time for it to give this person won and this person's going home. Like, what is their story for the person that's going home? So a lot of the time, I think that they didn't really flush out the other queens enough, and so we just knew these were the people that were on top.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like for me as a person who has watched really literally since the beginning, I think that and it makes sense as the show has become bigger and has hopped on more major networks, VH1 and then over to MTV.
Yeah.
The producing has become a larger element of the show, and I feel like I feel like it has become more predictable in that sense. The only I think the season for me was what season was what season was Shay's first season and
No.
Sasha Nina 9.
Yeah.
That was probably the most unpredictable season
Oh yeah.
ever, because everybody just knew, it was going to go towards Shay, and
Mhm.
that season, or that's where they were leading us, and then we got that ridiculous, like, I mean, really, all of those final lip syncs of that season were just so incredible,
Yeah.
and so I also felt like, that's where the lip sync element of it, like, really superseded everything, even the producing and everything,
Sure.
and that's I I guess I was going to talk about it a little bit later, and we can certainly look at it in another segment or whatnot. But I think that I think that that's where Drag Race needs to improve what it's doing, because they're trying to produce things so much, and I think sometimes if we let things kind of happen a little more organically, like people love underdog stories. People love those kinds of things where, where somebody just kind of comes out of nowhere, and they just, and that's kind of what we were getting with Anitra.
Oh,
Like,
Sure.
absolutely.
and I think that people really like that. Really like that a lot more than just say, than just, well, you know of course she's gonna get it kind of
Yeah.
mentality.
No,
I
I
also felt that like as much as Sasha was pretty pretty perfect as far as like the challenges go, I think that it some of the challenge wins could have went to some other people
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
that
There were a couple wins
did.
there where after the episode, me and Tim were like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay,
There were
interesting.
but
also some instances where you saw Sasha being like very like surprised.
That TV. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's okay. Well, let's get into that. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back.
Hello.
So now that we have watched it and we saw our top four do their thing, who are you rooting for? Like while they were performing, like who did you think was going to make it to the top two?
I think for me, I mean, I Sasha was going to make it to up there.
Yeah.
uh I gotta say, out of the four that performed, I mean, I was most entertained with Sasha's. It seemed
Mm.
like the most put together. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care for, really any of those songs at all. I really, and listen, you can look at me that way, but I just, I don't know.
You didn't like Christina Aguilera's Lotus.
Look,
Let there be love, there be love. Okay, no.
look, was not a fan really, and maybe it's like, maybe it's the boomer in me or something, but I just, I would rather, I would rather honestly just see them get up there and just kind of do their own thing. And I get it, like we're trying to do these, and it's not really new because they've done this before, but I don't know, I didn't really care for, I didn't really care for much of any of it though.
I will say that like I feel like it was one of those things that it was produced down.
Yes.
And for the Lotus, I I didn't really get that from the season, the whole season. I felt like it was one or two times that she had said, it's like I'm a Lotus. Like she just happened to say it. So for her to like have her whole brand be that right now, it was a little off to me.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I think maybe if they had a little more control over that situation rather than just, sitting down and just being given these songs, I think that they themselves, like, they're strong enough where they could have, get I mean, we're still saying, walk that duck, and I think,
She could have gave that again.
I honestly, she could have. Like that's what it's been through. Honestly, that's what it's been through season. And I get it. Like probably a lot of people too. And I'm one of them too. That was kind of like, okay, I'm a little bored with the duck thing. I don't like. I've seen you do this. Like, what else is there? And that is my only thing about the Anitra thing. I think she's a sickening performer. I think she's great TV, had a great storyline. But I think she could have given, a bit more.
Yeah.
So
Is there somebody else you would have sent into Sasha in the finale other than Anitra, given the performance?
no, I mean, I think Anitra, I think she deserved to be in that spot. I just think, like, I just didn't care for those songs. That was it. Like, they're like four titans for sure of drag, and four just dynamic entertainers in their own ways with great storylines, good TV, all of them. But I didn't care for that. I didn't care for that component of things. I would have rather have seen something they would have done in a club, like a mega mix, or like what they do well, almost kind of like the talent show. But just on a higher level and a higher budget. To kind of show us, because I don't think any of these queens are going to go out here and like probably make this song part of their rotation and what they do, unless it's
I
like,
mean, it is giving fashion. I would do it.
I think Lux's song fits her well, and I think even Goddess, I could see like Sasha getting paid to do that with those costumes and that big of a
Right.
production. If she could do that again, she can't do that at every club she's going to do. But given the space, or like at a Pride event where they got the money and funding to do that, I that hair the hair dance
Yeah,
of it all
like
sold.
she no doubt gave the best performance.
But
Yeah.
even with that, like, think about it. It was very produced. Like, you
Oh
gave
yeah.
Lux Fashion, you gave Anitra a Lotus, you gave MIB Delusion, and you gave Goddess. Like,
They kind of said it, right? They kind of
yeah, they
said
kind
it.
of said it. Like, they were like,
And
Everything.
Oh, go ahead,
I was
Kevin.
just gonna say everything about Sasha's performance versus the other ones like seemed so much more elevated. And I don't know how much input these queens have in with it. And that, I mean, that could be the other, the other side
Sure.
of that. Too. I did hear that one of the dancers for Anitra's group got hurt or something.
Oh.
There
probably they
was.
were trying to walk that fucking duck. And they,
So I don't know. Maybe if they had something, maybe if they had something a little different. But yeah,
I gotta say, MIB, I just and again, she's been upfront about the fact that dancing and this
the
aspect of
choreo,
thing,
yeah,
choreo is not her thing, and I
well, I
think
heard she didn't know the words.
I this was not her of the four. She was the one I was kind of like between the song not being my favorite and then her performance. Like you want to see her either battling somebody else. You want that energy. That's what she's going to bring, or you
yeah,
want her saying something that's inflammatory and roasting, and that's her superpower, right?
I
This
mean, the
yeah.
gag was they lifted her up like they did not even care.
no
Like,
that I mean
that was
there was a feat done for
That was good.
sure.
like
Um,
I was, and they looked very calm, cool, and collected.
Oh
So
yeah,
Yeah. I think she's under if this is how you're going to get to the final two, if you will, this kind of part of the competition is not made for her because it's not her strength. So I was kind of sitting there
right.
going like, well,
And that's why I said I would love to see something that really allows each queen to, to really play to their strengths.
well,
yeah,
what does it look like to just play mind games with people?
also that.
Like, what does it look like on stage? Like,
I mean, I like it when they do the lip sync battle to the end, like season 9, when they had everybody go up against each other and draw and random. Like, at least there's some element of
Yeah.
feeding off of another person, and you know, MIB might not even be the greatest, you know, lip syncer, but the energy she brings into some of those she did was still better than this solo performance, in my opinion.
She makes great TV.
I'm trying to remember what
Yes.
season they did this last thing, because I only remember like Bob's season. They did that for
Didn't they do
season-
it for 14? Like, I hate people. Like,
Oh, you're right. They did, I guess. They really did. Yeah.
yeah.
So and you see like how memorable all of these songs like truly, you know, truly are. I think there should be a different element, there.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how? So we get to the final battle between Sasha and Anitra, and Anitra walks out gorgeous as always. She always looks great. That's not a problem. But she walks out in the singlet, you know, nude illusion thing, and Sasha walks out in the biggest coat I've ever seen on anybody. And you know she's not gonna dance in, right? So you know there's at least one reveal.
I was
coming.
like, okay, there's a reveal happening.
So here's one reveal that's gonna happen, and spoiler alert, we got 2 reveals.
Well, I kind of saw both of them a little bit because, like, I was like, she ain't gonna be here in this in this dress for too much longer.
No,
not with that body. And as soon as I said not with that body, she said, "Doop doop doop."
She sushi. She started
like,
cutting fish.
My fish.
I've never been so sure I'm bisexual. I was sitting there like, holy crap.
I was like, titties, yes.
Oh my God, that butt. I was losing my mind. And they're panning over to Anitra, who again...
Which is shade. That
shade.
Is
while
horrible.
You are Nicki Minajing the floor, and Anitra's over here like, doing a shimmy.
And then Anitra shaded herself by pulling out that heart.
She ripped her own heart out in front of her.
And she said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Self-sacrifice.
Here is I'm
part,
tired.
The whip, I can't remember the name of that thing, and they do in some martial arts.
The ribbons, the little
but the end piece that's
thing.
like swinging around. I was like, oh, that's cool, but that's been happening for 3 minutes. What are you doing?
And then she got back on the coat. And did
she lay on the coat. She's like, oh my God.
Then she was like, by the way, I could do Playboy.
It's disgusting. It's rude. It's disgusting. It's rude. And
Anitra said, I'm here all day in Vegas. And Sasha said, I'm out of the stratosphere.
Goddess. Okay. Sorry. Kevin, what you got?
Sorry.
I mean...
As me and Tim are having a full meltdown. What you got?
My bleeding heart.
So, for me, looking at that final lip sync, obviously we knew some reveals were going to happen with Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish that she would have, you know, at least let us take in that big coat, you know, maybe giving us a little circle. Hey, this is what this looks like, before she removed it, because we knew it was going to come off.
A little more pageantry. Okay.
Right. Because that was a lot to come out on, and then she lost it instantly.
I just see why
it was like, start.
Yeah, it's hot.
This is coming right off.
It's hot. It's 100 pounds. Sure.
And maybe it was, but you know what? Walk gracefully. She knows in pageants.
She does.
Which is why she gave you that gown.
And I was a little surprised, because I just thought this was gonna be, I thought we were just gonna go into the peekaboo moment and just get into it. And I liked her timing on pulling.
I didn't know what that. I thought she was gonna pull out a sword.
I thought she was pulling out like a Quinn Harley Quinn bat. I thought she was gonna pull a bat out and start swinging it, and then the final pull ripped it off, and I was like,
Yeah, it
oh.
was definitely like I don't think I've ever seen like a reveal like that. So
Yeah.
No.
like definite points for doing for doing something completely like out of the box and like something we haven't seen.
Right.
Maybe it's maybe that's something they do in Continental and whatnot all the time, but on this show, yeah, that was nice to see. I love the playful moment on the on the
Child,
fur,
on her
having
on her own fur that she brought
having
out for
having
y'all.
that moment.
She said, "Guess what? I'm going to be in magazines next. Maxim. I'm going to be in all of. I'm going to be in Jet. Like that. That's what she did.
not not yet.
So
Uh,
I imagine, because they film when they film this, they film both winners to help
yes,
try to prevent
right.
spoilers, right? So I imagine that performance ends, and then the announcer says, "We're getting ready to film both winners, and we're gonna set you guys up." And so Anitra's sitting there. I can only imagine. It's like it's nice to imagine.
Y'all didn't see
At
it
least we're gonna pretend, right? It's like, oh, okay. Oh, what's that, Tim?
on TikTok. They leaked her
Her
winning.
They
win?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
did.
I was
So
like, this seems awkward. Like,
right,
Well, and
right.
I'm sure they did it. Um, well, maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't do it afterwards. I don't. I'm just wondering how she got all that stuff back in, and if that was like something she had to go
no,
back.
I don't think she did. It was wrapped and like it was
Oh, was it?
gracefully wrapped around her.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention, but I thought the heart thing, just in general, like I get at heartstrings and everything. I didn't think it made sense with the, really with the song.
It made sense to me.
That was the
But
other thing. I was like, I wonder how far ahead they're planning this outfit before they know what song they're gonna do. Because it did seem really neither one of them seemed really
yeah,
connected to the theme of "Knock on Wood." But
right. Yeah.
Anitra specifically. Well, sorry, not knock on my wood.
Not
But
knock
I
on wood. Like I
just
think she did
she
she
got
did it.
she
Like
knocked it. But yeah, but I feel like it was kind of made me wonder. I'm like, well, they're probably paying people to do this months in advance because they know they're going to go a year ahead, right? So how far ahead are they making that outfit before Rue calls them and says it's knock on wood, by the way? So prep
Right.
yourself. It's that production aspect when things are so produced, you
Yeah.
got a
Right.
year lead time. You got you're gonna pay in advance hoping you're gonna win. It's
I
interesting.
think Anisha was just like, I'm done. I know I'm not gonna win. I'm waiting
Well,
my heart on my sleeve, like that sort of thing.
and to not to backtrack too much, but I mean, when Rue and when Rue was, I guess, pointing out who the top two were, the face crack on both Lux and Mistress
No. Did you
was
notice that a mistress was already mad? She already looked mad, like she already knew.
yeah. Well, I
Did either one of you watch the YouTube video of them watching together yet?
Yeah, I did. And she was like,
And
no!
right, and in the first half of that video, she's just like she's not saying much until they get to the end. But in the beginning, I don't know what was going through her head, but most of that video, she's like doing this. She finally opens up, but she looked livid, and
yeah.
I got I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna say it. Am I missing something? Have we had a catty queen of that level win before? I know Bob is honest and upfront, and so is Bianca, but
I
that
don't
they're
think they were catty though. They were just argumentative.
yeah they were just weren't afraid of being combative, and I feel like their type of personality is different from someone like MIB winning, who a big chunk of their personality is that kind of cattiness and upfront. Have we ever had a winner like that?
Maybe Tyra Sanchez, but not really.
Yeah.
They seem more congenial. The winners seem more. When I think of the winners, I think of somebody who's just more congenial than that. I just kind of
Yeah.
I never saw it for MIB because she's like great TV, but I,
Well,
I don't know. That was always in my
I
brain
don't
with her.
know.
That might be
I
my
don't know.
revisionist history. I was kind of curious about that.
Well, maybe what's her name? Evie. Evie was kind of
Evie can be
out
combative.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, but she was so. I think Evie's style of drag is what is really kind of what put her over the
Yeah.
over the top in a lot of ways. I think Evie was that drag representation of kind of fuck you drag, and at the
Yeah.
same time, like, not using like a huge budget at the time to do things, and being
Yeah.
like
I mean,
being
I'm not gagging.
really creative with what you're doing. So
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And it's not that I don't see it for everybody. She's amazing, but I just remember
yeah.
thinking like, I don't know that they're going to put the crown on you. You're a little too, uh, in terms of who wins. I just don't think they crown non-congenial people like that very often.
But
So,
Well,
maybe
and
she was telling the truth when she said she was delusional.
and I think they, I think these producers, like the show has become so produced that these producers are always like, probably in the back of their mind, like, she's great TV.
Yeah.
We need to get her in on All
oh
Star.
yeah,
We need to move her forward.
get her as
And,
far as you can.
you know,
Right.
and
Honestly, I think she needs to be on like two all stars.
Tim, you've got a couple Dreamcast All Stars. So what's one of the All Star themes you always talk about?
Well, there's a big girl one.
The bigger All Stars, right?
Yeah. And then yeah, I think we have Mistress and Eureka, if she was to come back,
Mm-hmm.
that together,
Yep.
like picking at all the other bigger queens, like Jiggly. Uh,
Ooh,
And then I like the idea of like a real world house situation with a lot of the catty
yeah.
queens like living together for 3 months.
Yeah,
Just-
imagine if you had maybe like Vanjie and Raja O'Hara.
Oh wow.
And you had like
Lord.
you had Silk and like
And I want an old queen in there too from a really early season that's just over it with these younger girls and just kind
I
of
really think BB Zahara Benet would be
all her regalness.
You need like a Tammy Brown or
Oh, Tammy
Yeah.
would be messy. That'd be fun. Yeah.
somebody.
teleport me to Mars.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll be right back, everybody. Give us 1 second.
Bye. You better walk that fucking duck.
Walk that duck fetch.
Welcome back. Hey. I just want to say thank you guys for having me out again. I love doing this with y'all. And I just want to ask both of you, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, Kevin. I was sorry, Tim. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, we are not the same. Oh my God, all black people don't look alike. Shame on you.
What's that? Bob and it was like with who would he do that with Monet? He called
Peppermint, we don't all look alike.
He called Pep Monet and walked off set. Well,
Peppermint gummy bear.
it was nice. It was nice doing this with you guys. I'm officially canceled. I will miss and love you forever. Kevin, you are now.
It will now be
You are now in the
Kevin-
second chair.
It will now be Kevin Cub. Oh
Kevin. Tim, you got a shout out, baby.
no. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Kevin, for coming. You know you are our third leg, and we love you.
Third leg. Okay.
I want to shout out my friend Anne. She has become a a diehard listener and always like text messages me about different things and that I've said on the podcast. And I just love you so much, Anne. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for buying the merch. Thank you for just being you. You're a wonderful person. I love you so much. Mwah.
Oh, thank you, Anne.
Yes. What about you, Bear? Who you
Y-
shout out?
Yes, I also want to second that. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us this week. Every time you're
Yeah.
on, we have a blast. So glad you're here. Um, I want to shout out another one of our brothers, Gary. Uh,
Ah, Gary.
hey, Gary. Gary sent us an email, very kind. It sounds like he's listening to the show, which is very sweet. So we really appreciate that, Gary. Gary is another big fan of drag in general, and has
Yes.
definitely joined us in episodes we watched in the past. So, Gary, thank you so much. Miss and love you. I hope you're doing okay.
Love you, Gary.
And mwah. Kevin, what about you? Who you shouting out this week?
I would actually like to shout out one of our other brothers, Nathan, and his beautiful wife, Rachel, who just welcomed their first baby into
Congrats.
so they had a baby girl. Her name is
Crotch plant.
Penelope.
I love them.
Okay. And Nathan is I know that he was home for a while, holding it down and really taking care of that baby. And so I'm really super proud of him and excited for what fatherhood and that side of things is going to bring him. So
Oh my God, present
congratulations.
father figure. We love this.
I know it's
Love to
it's
see
crazy
it.
to think of some of these brothers as father figures, but I'm very proud of
That's
him.
another show.
Congrats, Nene. Mwah, miss you, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I love you.
All right, guys. So, Tim, what's making you live this week?
Well, I will say that my friends are making me live this week.
Yeah.
It has been a very hard week. I know I don't always depict in my emotional state when I get on here, but I have had like kind of a rough week, and y'all have been there for me, and I really appreciate it. So I'm living for y'all.
Oh, Timmy
Love
Tim.
that. We love you.
Love you, Tim.
I love y'all.
Kevin, what about you? What you living for this week?
Well, been on this house journey and finding new hobbies and new things. So she's trying to garden now.
Your
Yeah.
your garden Instagram is inspirational.
Through this journey of discovery. Yes.
Okay, well that was just a house plant, but thank you. No, I get it, and I that's what happens when you sit around and drink too much bourbon. First of all, but I have been on I've been online, I've been on TikTok, and just getting a lot of ideas for gardening and starting projects there. So stay tuned, especially on my Instagram, Music 98. If you're interested. I am actually going to construct these. They're called wicking tubs, and they're like large tubs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you kind of put like French corrugated drains down at the bottom, some little bit of what is that fabric that you put down on landscape fabric, and then you put some potting soil and put your stuff in there, and they grow out of that tub, and that tub has and got some little rope handles and things, so I can kind of move that around if I need to, if it's getting too much sun or not enough sun. And so I'm gonna grow some veggies and some other things, and
Ooh, you better put some kale in there for me.
that side of things. We will not be doing any kale right now,
Oh.
but the broccoli will be going in, and some potatoes probably. So
I mean, cruciferous vegetables all around.
yes,
I'm a biologist.
So, well, then I will be calling you about the nutrients and what I need to be putting up in
I mean, botany is a part of biology, people. I'm just saying.
it.
Kevin, what's that Instagram handle again?
It's Man of Music 98. So come be a part of my crazy boring life.
Can we put that on the screen?
I post
Yeah.
philosophical things sometimes when I drink too much bourbon. And,
Yes, as we do.
So it's good.
Yes. I
Nice.
love it. It's giving gatherer.
we will see. We'll see if she has the green thumb. So it ain't too green. So
good stuff.
You have a platinum thumb.
Oh, I guess who are we?
Hey, yo, Bear, what you living for?
Of course, it was my turn. It was my turn to
that's my drag, right?
Doing at all, Carl, Bear.
Yeah.
Honey, what are you living for?
Thank you, K-Fed. I appreciate that. So,
I swear.
Who am I living for?
We got it.
I got this. I'm living for two things this week. The year of the concerts marches on. I'm very blessed to be in a place where a lot of the people who I love to listen to are going on tour. And so along with Beyonce, along with Seven Dust Alter Bridge, last week the Foo Fighters announced a tour. They lost their long-term drummer last week. Last year he passed away, and so they've kind of been on a long-term break, assuming they're trying to find somebody to play drums for them. And although they haven't announced a new drummer, they started announcing like these shows in kind of pockets. So they announced a show in Virginia Beach in September, and I was able to snag some tickets to that. So they're definitely in like my top 5 favorite bands of all time. So very excited to go see them. And then the other thing I'm looking for this week is the boyfriend. Al has been very patient with me as I've been talking on the podcast. I am on a new journey with kind of food and fitness, and that is going well, but it means that I'm being a little bit more picky about what I'm eating and when I'm eating. And so a lot of modifications and requests, and sometimes being a little short-tempered when dealing with changes in my body. And Al has been putting up with it like a champ. So I just want to say thank you, Al, for putting up with my moodiness. I really appreciate it. So yeah.
And shout out to the body because it's looking slim.
Oh,
it's looking thinner. It's giving closer to that athletic build.
I appreciate that. I feel good. I'm doing well, and
that is the most important part.
That's right.
You feel good.
I feel good.
Feel good.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 weeks without alcohol is it will do something.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't think I'm going to be a sober person forever, but right now it's where I'm at, and that's okay.
As Kevin has on the Jim Beam hat.
I'm an ambassador, honey. They know me by name.
That's right.
Yes.
We cut to our Truly promotion. I'm Bear, and I drink Truly specifically.
I mean, it is diet.
Tim, where can people find us if they're looking
for
us?
You can find us anywhere you can find porn. Twitter.
Not me, honey. Not me. I'm not on that journey. Don't put me on there. Don't have me on Dateline.
Oh my God. You can find it on Facebook at Cub and Chub. You can find it on, TikTok at Cub and Chub.
That's right.
You can find us on the things. Anywhere that you want to find us. If you can't find us somewhere, then email us at wearecubandchub@gmail.com. Let us know you want to see us there, and or any other comments, concerns, or love that you want to show.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, Kevin, thank you so much for joining us again this week.
Y'all are welcome, but listen, y'all can't find me in these deep dark places.
We can't find you on the dark web.
Hey, no, girl, no. No.
Aww.
I'm not doing none of that.
I love Black Twitter.
So
we can't find you at Man of Music Gets. That's not you.
Not. It's gonna be famine for me. No.
Wow.
We're famine.
Wow.
Everybody.
I think on this Sunday we need to find some of y'all in confessional. Okay.
Everybody, enjoy your week. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for joining us.
We worship you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
I'll beep all that out, Kevin. I promise. I'm so sorry. You're a professional.
Edit all of that. Edit all of that stuff out.
I want you to blur me out of the whole thing. I want you to change.
I should have came on this ratchet ass show.
Ratchet ass. Oh my gosh.
Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Bear.
Oh.
We're gonna do that again.
We're gonna do it. It's okay. I was curious if it was gonna roll like it did last time. That is okay. No worries.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna do it.
It's okay. So we're gonna do similar like last time. It's gonna be Tim, me, and then you'll say, and I'm Kevin.
And I'm Kevin. And then I think it's like, and we're Cub and Chubb, and you're gonna like with Kev.
And I'm Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get two Kevins. Okay. We're gonna let Tim kick it off again when you're ready, Tim.
Sure. Hi, it's Tim.
And I'm Bear, and this is Cub
and Chubb. Wait.
Oh, damn it.
Girl.
Sorry, I did it this time.
These are the outtakes. Yes. Ow.
Click. Okay.
Three.
Take three. Okay. So wait, in my brain. Hi, this is Tim, and I'm Bear. And I'm
Kevin.
And this is Cub and Chubb.
You just gotta wait till Kevin says something.
Yeah, I gotta pause my piece real quick. Okay. One more time.
Yes. Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Bear.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is Cub. Ooh, and Cub.
And Curve.
We're only letting you speak once there. It's the privilege. No, I'm just no. I'm totally fucking. I'm fucking. You're gay.
This is bootleg.
Well,
okay. So this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Hi.
Who are you?
Oh my God! Who am I? Hi, I'm water. No, I'm
Earth.
What's the name? Oh no! What's the name?
Oh my God! Hi, I'm delusional. No. No. Okay, for real, we're gonna do this.
We got this.
Sure. Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Bear.
And I'm Kev.
And this is Cub.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
And Chubb is here too. Ooh. Okay.
Well, last one. Promise. Go.